A very interesting question that's come through on our SMS line there, 111 Can someone learn to love while in marriage? I'm dating a man who I barely love, and I'm not attracted to in any way. Why are you dating him then? Anyway, I'm dating a man who I barely love and not attracted to in any way. He works in another country. We frequently talk, but the usual. How was your day? What's for supper? I feel there's no chemistry or compatibility between us. The last time he came, we did introductions on both sides. His parents came to our home. I can't just find a way of loving him, though he loves me, and I don't want to go into marriage with a man I don't love. Okay, unless you're being forced, I really don't understand why you would be dating someone.
That's how pre-25s talk. That thing started. If she is below 25, I tell her you're just doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. If you are over 25, you're desperate. Or you wanted the perks he brings, the money or the image he brings to you. You know he is not giving you what you want. Ooh. There's no emotion on it being met. You wanted that man who's having that to buy you big cars. Better to get a person to build life with. Don't just go for a person who's already built. Again, if a person loves you all the world and you don't feel them, this spark won't be there. It will be duty. It will be work.
And you know, this is a very important announcement to make. And we need to say this. Because indeed, there are people out there who you have allowed yourself to get to a place where you don't have your own stand. And so you're rushing into things. And what you've said is very powerful, that you're chasing the perks of things. Do not then come and start telling everybody else that marriage does not work.
Exactly.
Please do us a favor and just
say that, girl.
Because it is your decision. It is your relationship that you've chosen to conduct in that way.
Exactly.
Because it's very unfair to go around saying, oh, marriages don't work, all men are like this, all women are like this. And really, half of it is really a product of our own choices, consequences, and circumstances.
Don't marry where there is no love. Take your time. Being single is not a disease. You can build yourself. You can build yourself. And there are many who are, why didn't you go on with the introductions? What was your head?
That's kind of scary. I mean, the fact that you've even done the introductions, that's kind of taking it way far, especially if it's someone that you don't love. I'd be really curious to hear why you
I know the blunder she's making. She has been told, don't worry, the love usually develops. The love will develop.
So does it?
No. If there is no click, it won't be there.
Anyway, if you're saying even the love that brings you in is not enough to sustain you, it's not then
the first requirement
to rely on love to grow in the relationship.
And the first requirement of love is the chemistry.
Yeah.
There are men who can pursue a woman. You see, Joyce, women have the ability to warm up to a man. If she was not feeling him and he proves himself to be a good man, then she can warm up. That should happen during dating, not inside marriage. So let him pursue you. You can warm up and realize actually he's a lovely guy. Don't move into official things before you confirm that you love him.
Wow. Okay. Someone here says, hey Joyce, how about men who've been experimenting since 17 to 22 years of age, and they say they've had enough and are now ready to settle? Does that mean they'll cheat? Wake up, Benjamin. So, I mean,
that's not a man, that's a boy. Can you correct your English, please?
But they're admitting that they're tired. They've out experimented.
There's a deer who went to a dancing competition and danced herself lame before her turn. This boy is still not done. He's lame and his turn has not yet arrived.
So he still has like 5 years until 27.
8 years. Boys settle at 30. On average in Kenya, in Africa, men are settling at 30. Only a very small, negligible minority is ready at 26. Very few. I want to ask, he is not ready. He is still experimenting. He has been, let me tell you what he's doing. He has been using that language on every girl. I'm done now, you're the one. I'm down now, you're the one. When a guy tells you you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen, maybe he's telling the truth. But there are better ones. You tell that to the same girl. Next statement, like that.
Wow. I have so many SMSs. I'm going to ask the team to guide me on time here. But someone here is saying, hey, Joyce, I got married to a man who was not educated, but is a great worshipper. Hallelujah. Anyway, not educated, but a great worshipper.
Amen.
They suffered low self-esteem with his folks until he left me with 2 kids. I did my best for our marriage, including taking him to school. But now I'm alone. I still desire to get married, and that's Sally.
Okay, I'm not laughing at you, Sally. I'm sorry. But I'm listing the mistakes the way they usually follow each other. Christian girls, let me announce something to you. You give too many bonga points to saved brothers. Because he's Christian, you give him 98%. You need more than faith. How come he had low self-esteem and he was a worshiper? What was he worshipping? You cannot be a prayerful person. You're depressed. You're anxious. You're having low self-esteem. You're not connected to God. You're just, that's not worship. That's ministry. That's industry. This industry. A person who has a connection with God has a very high self-confidence, like Joshua and Caleb. And I told Christian girls to stop believing songs. Worship is not singing. Anybody can sing and cry. Come on, the devil was a minister of music.
Oh, no.
What she's calling worshiper is the guy who would lead a song and people fall down. He's such a worshiper.
Benjamin, you're a bully.
No, that's not worship. That's not worship. So this guy, you were incompatible when he's not learned, when he has low self-esteem. Forget about the hallelujah. I'm sure you were saying, hallelujah. God, so. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll compose myself. But when you hear Christian girls saying worshiper, that's what they're saying.
Do you need some water?
When you hear Christian girls, that's what they come tell you. I married him because anyway, you know, and now here I am on saying way too, and he left you. Where is the worshiper now?
Hey, you know what, guys? Benjamin is talking truth about this whole 24-year-old story, because some of these SMSs, it's really heartbreaking. Take a look at this one. Hey, Joyce, I thought he loved me since he got me pregnant, told me to keep the child, and has been lying on how he wants to marry me, only to find out that he has not one, not two, not three, but 4 baby mamas. 4! He is 24 and not taking, he's a child himself and not taking responsibilities. I am moving on. I have sanitized him from me and my baby's life. That's tragic.
It's typical, Joyce.
It's tragic.
It's so tragic, and that's how we are sowing. Imagine that child. What kind of an environment that child growing in? Being born by other 2 children, doing child play. Kiswahili usema ngoma ya watoto haikeshi. The child play cannot last. I want to say, and just sometimes on my page, I say it from I'm not talking about pre-24. Any pre-24 come here asking me about investment, about the skills you're doing, about the business you're trying. Don't tell me about boyfriends and babies and diapers. You're supposed to build your future. So one of these days, Joyce, we need to dedicate a day to them, another one dedicate to...
Clearly. But I think we're helping guys. It may be a hard pill to swallow, but I think it is helpful to a lot of people.
For that girl and her colleagues, don't get a baby before you get the ring. Don't sell yourself on credit. Don't get married on a debt. Please go in. Put the right thing first. Respect the process.
Yeah.
Being made pregnant does not mean you're loved. That is so weird. One day you remember what you said here and you will vomit yourself. Saying, I thought he married me because he made me pregnant. Being made pregnant is a biological process. It's not emotion. It's just biology.
Okay.
Anybody can make you pregnant, even with the eyes closed. Any male can make you pregnant. Don't associate making pregnant with, they make you pregnant to tie you.
Okay.
To exercise their fertility. Some men who just want to sow seeds everywhere. Hey, akuku gaga. Hey. Please, don't provide that ground for them. Secure your interests as a woman. When the marriage breaks, you suffer more. Now you're left with a kid. When things, 4 other baby mamas don't, she has not even mentioned HIV. Yeah. What kind of sexual network is that? Girls before 25, please work on your head.
I agree 100%. Wow. Hey Joyce, Lois from Taveta. Aki, I'm 26 years old and I have done almost all the mistakes Benjamin is talking about. Saa ingine Benjamin anaongea mpaka nasikia kuzima TV. For those of you who don't understand, that basically means sometimes Benjamin speaks, he's basically speaking truth to my life, and sometimes he talks until I just want to switch off the TV. But he's really helped me grow and understand myself better. Thank you for watching this show.
Keep up. There's an opportunity. You're still young. There's a chance.
Yeah. Nyakio from Kirinyaga says, Wololo, Joyce, today's topic with Zulu is on point. The mistakes we make in the name of love are costly, especially when blinded by it and one fails to see the other side of it. I think those dating in OCG in high school and colleges should, I guess, just slow it down.
I requested the other day those who organize graduation ceremonies to ask me to come and speak in one of them. I just want to speak in one of them.
Okay.
And tell those kids who are wearing graduation gowns and here they are with a boyfriend, they're living leaving somebody, they are pregnant, they are planning to elope after the graduation, go start life.
Yeah.
That you are committing the mistakes you regret for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
After graduation, take 3 or 4 years to prepare your career life, to prepare where you're going, to grow yourself, to master your personal life, to control your emotions, to heal your childhood wounds, to get a bed sit and pay rent and learn how to negotiate. Know how tokens are put. No simple things are done. Don't go to a boyfriend. And I want to tell those men who drive their cars from workplace to the university to look for a wife.
Shindwe.
Amen. Women are where you left in the workplace. But these girls have no money. You think you can control them easily. They are evolving. Right. They're just like the ones you left. And some of them are not wife materials at all. They are wild things. You're going to put her in the house. She'll evolve to a thing you can't recognize. She's the one who comes home at 2 a.m., Joyce. There are women who come home drunk at 2 a.m. And it's the guy who makes supper, puts children to bed, and opens the door to the wife at 2 a.m. Because he went to the university to pick a girl thinking because I'm the one who giving her money. I'm the one who giving her lift. She's so I can control. Insecurities of men lead them to marry things they don't. It's like committing to an egg. I say, this egg, whatever hatches is what I'll marry. Oh, kids in the university, you don't know them. They're yet to hatch. There's a part of their consciousness that is yet asleep. It's still developing. Even when they're seated, just start practicing, you'll see it. You can tell girls who are 24 and below, even when they're seated, when they're not talking.
Wow.
They have that element in a child. When you see a child seated, you can see they are blissfully detached from reality. There's a part of their, they're not awake to reality. That's how 24 years and below look like.
Let me move on to another question. This one's very interesting. Are you ready? Good morning, Joyce. I'm married, but I still cheat with my ex. Does it mean that the energy, Elisha, like the energy is done?
Let me tell you what happens.
Alice from Zimmerman. It's
That's
a lady.
A guy. That's a lady. Let me tell you what happens. We said when you expose your mind to love before 25, it gets addicted. It's not normal love connection.
Okay.
It's like cocaine or alcohol. Even after you recover from this relationship, you'll always be a recovering alcoholic. You can always fall. There's a lady who told me it's 20 years since this college sweetheart, we parted ways. Today when we meet, we still fall.
Wow.
And we are married, we have our own jobs, and we don't know. But when we meet, can you imagine they meet and they run to go and fall? So if you had a lover before 25, your brain adjusted structure to accommodate them. Like a drug. You need, actually, when you try to pull away, you feel those palpitations, feel those withdrawal symptoms. So I want to tell this lady, that's an addiction. It's not a relationship. Even if you left your relationship to go with them, that relationship will not work. You need to cut connections immediately, the same way you'd run away from a drug. You need to disappear from their world, block them everywhere. You ruin your marriage.
Before I go on break, let me ask one more question. I think we're going to extend our session here just a little bit because there are quite a few questions, if that's okay with you too, as Benjamin. But someone here is saying, hey, Joyce and Zulu, I have a guy who never initiates anything. This is, very related to what we're talking about today, about the things people don't tell you. Who never initiates anything. I ask all the questions and suggest the ideas. Recently, I suggested that we purchase a property. I hope you're married, by the way. I hope you're not doing this as a dating person. I suggested that we purchase a property together because I didn't have enough financial muscle. Imagine after agreeing and even booking, he said he can't do it. Oh, they're dating. Because she says, am I dating myself? I feel like I force things.
Thank you. You do. You should not buy properties when you're dating. Those things are supposed to be inside the marriage. You're risking. The fact that he refused, he saved you from a foolish decision.
Yeah.
Take a time. During dating, we are checking our compatibility. Projects are inside marriage, not outside.
Someone here says, hey, Joyce, some men pretend to like you because they know that you can't be intimate unless you are sure about them. So they pretend and you feel like they're worth it, but afterwards they act differently. And I know a lot of women have fallen into this trap, maybe even men too. They have their values, they have their principles, what they're trying to hold fast to. But then this guy, it's manipulative. This is a very narcissistic person because they're really playing on your emotions. And even if they somehow say that now, if you come and say, okay, you know what, actually, I think you've been so good to me, you deserve this. A true gentleman or a true person in that relationship should say, but these are your values.
Exactly.
And I honor you enough to hold fast to what you said.
Because I am after the future with you. I'm not just looking for sex now. Actually, the one way, the litmus test to show that a person is after you is after sex is to simply say, I prefer to do this after marriage.
Yeah.
Just stand on that principle. Those who are coming only for sex will leave.
Yeah.
Don't bulge.
If you really love that person, you will say, actually, no, the values that you hold dear, I also hold dear.
Exactly. And that's what makes you worthy to me. I can trust you. Even after I get married, I can trust you. And I told men to generally not take a woman they're serious with to bedroom before they marry them.
Right.
Because you're teaching her what you can do.
Wow. Let's take a break, guys. We'll be back with Benjamin Zulu after this break and taking some more of your questions. 111 111 111 is the SMS line. Once again, that's 111 111 and we'll be back after this.